Hey guys, me and Milo, my mini golden doodles from goldendoodledoos.com. I'm finally making it on YouTube. I want to talk about doodles and long coats to you guys. So as you can see, these two have the fully grown out coat, which they've had for 8 years now. At about a year, they mature into the adult coat. And from then on, the hair just kind of matures a little bit, but it basically stays the same, gets maybe a little deeper in color, not quite as plush and soft as the puppy coat, but in general, pretty similar to what the puppy coat was like, just longer. So you've never probably seen this before, and that's because 99.9% of doodle coats, puppy coats, get shaved or clipped before they even turn a year old. And that is because they mat easily. Some doodles worse, some doodles not as bad, but they all are prone to matting. And when they mat and you don't know how to prevent that, then they have to be cut and they have to be clipped or shaved. And what that means is that the coat is going to get curlier and wiry. That every time you cut that coat, it becomes worse. It starts turning or curling in, and it starts to get harder and not soft to the touch, and it loses its ability to be free falling like these two guys have. And so you basically have two options when you get a doodle puppy. You can either just go the route of going to the groomer at, I don't know, first puppy cut, it's probably around 5 or 6 months, and get them, start cutting that first cut. And many groomers will tell you that's how it has to be done, because you can't keep up with these coats otherwise, and they'll just mat and it will be a mess, and then you have to shave them anyways. So you can go that route. However, I do want to tell you that it's not true that you can't have them long. I have 2 of them and I manage. These two play not in the dirt all the time, but they play outside. They go running in the fields. They chase squirrels, as you can see on my Instagram with my videos. They are outside all the time. And they're off leash, and there's nothing bad that happens to these coats. You just need to know the do's and don'ts. And so as long as you follow what I preach and what I teach on my video guides on goldendoodledoos.com, you will be able to have a long coated golden doodle. And I'm telling you, it's been so much fun with these two through the last 8 years. We've been many places with them, and we've been in the States for a long time, and then now we are spending the rest of their lives in Switzerland. And I cannot tell you how many people are just in awe when they see these two. And we make so many people smile, we make so many people happy, because they just, every time, I have never seen anything like this. And it's just the cutest thing I've ever seen. And how does this work? And what breed is this? And just completely surprised on what these two guys are all about. And it is so sad that we don't see this more often. I really truly believe that if you get educated before it's too late, once that cut is done, you're on the way to a short clipped curly coat or frizzy or velcro-y. You will lose the ability of letting it grow out again. And I truly believe that if people were to be educated properly, that this is a realistic option. If you're willing to spend the time at home to comb them out and take care of the coat between groomer visits, it is absolutely a realistic option to let these coats grow and let these doodles look like doodles. Many people prefer the poodle look, that's fine, nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't have to be that way. So depending on your situation, you decide for yourself. The key is that you let these coats grow for at least a year and wait till that adult coat is completely in, and only then you decide for yourself, do I want to keep doing this, or do you want to cut it? Once you cut it, it's done. It's pretty much done, unless you only trim a very little, which is hardly worth it, because these coats don't grow that they grow about to 6 to 8 inches in full length. So if you scissor trim them a little bit, that's just, it doesn't really give much benefit. And it's very, very hard to do. So I would stay away from that. But then you can go to the clipping or shaving if you have to because of mats, and then you just keep it at that clipped length. But it will change the coat texture, and it will only make it harder to get through the coat because it gets velcro-y and frizzy and curlier. And so that you have to know that it's not going to get any easier. So yeah, there's a story about golden doodles and a long coat. I fell into this just because I fell in love with these few doodles that I saw online that have long coats. Usually they were puppies, but I just fell in love with it, and I just wanted to give it a try. And so I let these coats grow when they're puppies, and I just kept combing once a day, kept combing. And in the end, this is the result. And also you can get this accomplished if you are determined to do the work and to follow my steps, my key steps and my video routines to get there and keep these coats long. Do not believe people or groomers that say that they're too hot in the summer. It's not true. They're actually cooler because these coats insulate against the heat and the cold, both. So that is definitely not a reason not to do it. Don't believe when they say that you can just let the coat grow back. It's just going to come back the same way. That is not true unless it is a single coat, like a poodle coat. Then it does come back and you can do that. But if there's any double coat gene in that coat from the Golden Retriever or the Labrador or the Sheepdog or the Bernese Mountain Dog, then you will have a coat change. The texture will change on you, and it will not be possible to get them to grow out again in the same plushness and free-falling type. So I hope I shed some light to this. There's a lot of misinformation out there, I know, and it's hard to decide what's best, but you can just decide for yourself now that you know my story. And I hope that we'll see more doodles with long coats in the future. It is just a very special thing, and you will enjoy it immensely. And I hope that you can get it accomplished with my video guides. Just go to goldendoodledoos.com. You can also go to Instagram at Goldendoodle Doos and TikTok at Goldendoodle Doos. So I'm on both platforms, and you can watch videos and pictures of my dogs. It's quite fun, and hope you can follow us. I would love that. And Mia and Milo are going to say goodbye for now, and I hope I'll see you soon again. I will be back just with little video clips about how I do these coats so that people can get an idea. But check us out again on goldendoodledoos.com. Good luck.